Thank you so much for staying with Sunrise. Poetry in Motion is calling all Jamaican poets living in Jamaica for the Golden Tongue Awards 2022. Let's welcome veteran poet and activist Yasu Safari to share more. Good morning and welcome to Sunrise.
Good morning, Adrian, and thanks for your intro and your welcome and your support
You're
of
very
Poetry in
welcome.
Motion.
All
This is
right.
our 19th annual staging, actually.
All right, good. So tell me about this Poetry in Motion, PiM, as you call it, the acronym, Golden Tongue Awards 2022. Interesting name there.
Yes, it is actually a continuation of our social empowerment initiatives. We had wanted to initially call it Golden Pen,
Yes.
but that was already saturated and a little bit too predictable. So we went to Golden Tongue because from one of my poems, your tongue is the pen of a ready writer writing upon the winds of time. And so we wanted it to be, an expression, not necessarily coming from the literal pen, but from your creative pen. Therefore, you could paint with colors, with words, with movements, with anything.
All right. And so this opens when and the closing date for entry?
Well, actually, the 15th of this month, January, and closes on the 31st. So you have a 2 weeks window.
Yeah.
And so we start accepting entrants from the 15th. We have a pool of adjudicators which will assess the works. It is for everyone, every age, background, whatever. It is youth friendly, and so we really design it to appeal to the young demographic, but it is open to all.
Open to all, but more so you're targeting the youth of this nation.
Yes, but you know it gone. The youth, them kind of more impressionable, and the young people, so you have to bend a tree years you broke it and create that kind of problem. Back the back of the tree and them.
Talk to me about
So
the...
you know what I mean. But no disrespect to the elders and
Yes.
however, everyone is welcome. Because we tending towards the center, so we want everybody to feel young, even if you're 120-year-old. You know what I mean?
Talk to us about the challenge. What are you asking the entrants to do?
Yes, actually, to write something this time around, poetry that reflects the reality of our situation. However, we don't want it to compound the problems. If you are highlighting the problems, we want to be express a level of social responsibility that at the end of the poem you would have suggested some solution that would be inclined to alleviate the problems that you address rather than compounding them. So it is just to write something about Jamaican reality, Jamaican life, but in a socially responsible way that you don't add to these problems that you might highlight, but you can alleviate them.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about how people can enter, because you've already spoken to about who can enter.
Right. Okay. Well, we have Poetry in Motion Facebook page, which has been very active for the past nearly 20 years. And so, people can go on our Facebook page, our Poetry in Motion Facebook page. The entrant form are there. You could just send us an email if you rather us emailing it to you. We have been engaged in the Ministry of Education as well as Ministry of Culture, so some of the people have it. And the network of poetry, which is a part of the Poetry in Motion, Family Poetry in Motion movement. And on my personal Facebook page and all my handles on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, wherever. So, it's accessible. Even CVM, now that you have been and continue to be so supportive, we know that you have the information, and so if people want it from you, why not?
Yeah.
Give it to them. But if anything else fail, you go to our Poetry in Motion Facebook page or my personal page, Justice Safari, all my handles, and just tell us what you want, and we have it done.
Right, and you
And you
can...
can cut and paste from wherever you see it, and the application form is there, and you attach your entry to it, and it's a deal.
And you can also, persons can also request it at edutainmentpromo@yahoo.com.
Sure, you're on the ball this morning, bro. Exactly.
Yeah.
Edutainment Promo, EDUTAINMENT, as in edutainment promotion.
Yes.
So that's edutainmentpromo@yahoo.com, and we get it to you the moment we see it.
Absolutely. So before we talk about the prizes, I mean, what happens after I win?
Well, after you win, you don't know, so you big up your status. We put you on our platforms. You'll get to perform at the 19th annual staging of Poetry in Motion, and possibly, conditions are attached, at the Jamaica Poetry Festival, which is on Sunday, August 14th. as well as media exposure to our media partners and supporters, as well as the trophies, as we say, and the opportunity to perform. We're still negotiating with a few prospective sponsors. Previous years, we have a cash donation by some of our bankers. We hope to be able to repeat that. In some instances, we have a laptop for the winner and maybe a book voucher, a gift voucher for the
Right.
runners-up. Um, yeah, among other things. We always have surprises, leading up to the time, and we're currently negotiating with some of our sponsors where the gifts are concerned.
Right. And the application form is quite simple, just basic information, and it gives you the instructions.
Basic information. We want our thing to be credible and transparent, so we ask, for a referee, especially, for people beyond a certain age,
Yes.
and we want to, get some basic data in the contact information and so on. And we're not policing you. We just want to know that you are who you say you are, and then you put in your entry, and it's a deal. And it has been growing significantly. A lot of people from the Jamaican diaspora are asking to get in, but we're trying to start and grow, so it's a bit harder to manage
Yes.
to go further afield, at the initial stages. So we'll get there, but for now, Jamaicans residing in Jamaica.
All right. So once again, remind us the deadline is when?
The lifeline is January 31st.
Yes.
You know how it goes. We
Yeah.
have to use the words to accentuate the positive, especially
Absolutely.
in this day and age when Jamaica people feel like they have the liberty to kill off them one another. We have to know what we are doing with the words. You know them way they so the lifeline. You know what I mean? Because poetry supporting life. It's poetry, the tree
Yeah.
of life.
Yes.
And so the lifeline is January 31st. And so the way I say, you might just get an early bird prize. So nobody wait for the last minute thing. And I think they mash up the thing too. Get the thing done early, man. The early bird catch the most worm or catch the most berries off of the tree, I think. So, so get the thing early, man. And listen to this now, Adrian. We have nothing against the family coming together so that you can run the dining room table in your living room, wherever. The students coming together in the classroom, in the library. Ascribe the poem to a particular person. We don't reach the point of a group poem. But you can get support from your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your teacher, your professor, whoever
Right.
it is. You know what I mean? Because it is working together and doing things together. And so we're encouraging the teachers and students who have always been supportive to get it together as a part of the class project. What started me on the road of poetry was when I was at Stetson, a few years ago,
Yes.
I was asked to write a poem for a O-level project, and my poem was The Traveling Son. And Mrs. Alga McDonald, big up your status, Mrs. Alga, here in Mandeville, I'm not in Mandeville at the moment, and she said, this is a very good poem, you must continue writing. It's like say Science Smith, up to this day me here, you must continue writing, you must continue writing. So I am the recipient of positive reinforcement. And part of my reason for doing this event is to pass on to whom much is given, much is required.
Yes.
And especially now in this day and age, we need positive reinforcement, positive role models, positive alternatives so that people can subscribe to that. So for the sponsors of Poetry in Motion this year, particularly the Jamaica Tourist Board, as well as the Ministry of Culture, as well as VW Investment, as well as Caldors, and we just finalized with JPS, Jamaica Public Service, as well as we are currently finalizing with the JN Group. We want to say thank you because this makes it possible for us to be able to make the people who are winners, all of them are winners really, but to make the three principal winners feel, that they have a nice little trophy for show off with because display them own and
Right.
possibly other prizes. We are thankful for the sponsors. We are thankful for the media support and in particular CVM and Sunrise and you, Adrian. Give thanks for the love and the support. Jamaica needs it, and so we are grateful and happy that we are able to provide this positive reinforcement for our people and in particular our young people.
Well, on behalf of all of us here at CVM, I'm just facilitating this discussion. But let's talk a little bit now because, we continue to observe the protocols given the situation. And how will this unfold on the day of the event?
Right. Just as it always has been since 2020, we strictly adhere to the protocol, irrespective of personal views and differences and and debates. We are in support of the government mandate. We want to be responsible. We are supporting responsibility. And so we adhere to the government protocol, strictly speaking. So this event is virtual. The people who will be allowed in the venue within the protocol will be people who are performing and the technical people. And if we have to have a revolving door to adhere to the protocol, so will it be. We now violate the thing. Cause we say you can't violate the temple now. We now violate the order and the protocol nor the temple. We won't be violated when we won't violate. And
Wow.
so the Ministry of Culture is a sponsor. They know why they sponsor our event because we have always been socially responsible. The government agency, Jamaica Tourist Board, has always been on board with us. They know why. Because we bring the goods, we bring the results. We are socially responsible. And so that is what it is about. So we won't even tell you where it will be. That is none of the public business yet. Not unless things change.
Oh boy, I wish you all the best. Thank you so much for talking to us about this competition. Not many people appreciate the arts, but by you doing this kind of thing, you'll get more people on board and to see how, how knowledgeable and creative our young people are. Thank you so much,
Yes, and
Justice
I'm
Safari.
inspired. And yes, I thank you very much. And you're most welcome.
Yeah.
And so, we have changed the perception of poetry. Oh, I think that's boring. You kin your teeth till you out to broke your jawbone, and then you get something between your two ears to help you navigate the contours of life, especially in these challenging times. So that's
Yes.
what we offer: edutainment, clean, intelligent fun for the entire family and the entire community.
Thank you so much. All the best. Have a good one.
Thank you.